Hello. 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 Ma'am, Subhashini ma'am. Hello.
Sir, I think she is left from the meeting, I think, sir.
Sir, கொஞ்சம் கால் பண்ணி வர சொல்லுங்களா ப்ளீஸ்.
Sir, are you audible, sir? I am Manikandan.
Yeah, I am audible, Manikandan. Please, அவங்கள கால் பண்ணி வர சொல்லுங்களா.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Wait a minute, sir.
இந்த கோயிலுக்குடா ஆடி அம்மாவாசை நாங்க வீட்டுல சாமியே கும்பிடல. இந்த எங்க பங்காளி ஒருத்தவங்க இறந்துட்டாங்க, அதனால ஒரு மாசம் கும்பிடக்கூடாதான். எங்க பங்காளி இறந்துட்டாங்க. அதனால ஒரு மாசம் கும்பிடக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. வீட்லயே சாமி கும்பிடல.
Sir, I am not able to call her, sir. I think she is in the meeting, so she blocked me in the voice calls. To avoid the interruptions.
ஆமா இருக்கல, அந்த செட்டிங்ல போய் வைடா, வைக்கலாம்டா.
மேடம் கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு, சீக்கிரம் வாங்க.
ఓపెన్ చేయి, నేను లింక్ పెట్టా కదా అది ఓపెన్ చేయి.
సెట్టింగ్స్ இருக்கா? அந்த வீடியோ வரத பார்க்காத, ஒரு தடவை வெளிய வா. வெளிய வரத ஒரு தடவை அமுக்கு. அப்ப அந்த பேக் டு மீட்டிங் இது இருக்கா? மொத்தமா வெளிய வந்து மினிமைஸ் கொடுக்காரா, ஒரு தடவை வெளிய வர காமிச்சலடா.
Sir, everyone's mic is on, sir.
வெளிய வராதடா.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am, just a minute.
Hello.
Yes ma'am.
Wow, welcome back.
நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Sir, every noise, only the noise is interference. Please.
Hello participants. Well, listen. Participants, please mute on your mic. Please mute on your mics.
வீடியோ வருதா?
Sir, you will disable that mic, sir.
Just a minute ma'am.
You are the only person able to disable them.
என்னது? மீட் chat, மீட்டிங், கான்டாக்ட், செட்டிங் இதெல்லாம் வருதாடா?
Yeah, I mute all.
పార్సల్ వచ్చింది తీసుకోపోమ్మా.
Subhashini ma'am, turn on your mic only.
Excuse me, sorry for the interference due to technical error. We delay for this meeting. Extremely sorry for this inconvenience. Kiran, you start.
Okay sir.
Sir, PPT is not visible me, sir.
Just a minute ma'am. Yeah.
Sir, shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure. Sure, Kiran, sure.
Welcome you all. Thank you for joining us for today's session, Fundamental Concepts of Thermodynamics in Physics. Let me introduce myself. I am Kiran Kumar, HOD and Convener, Department of Physics, Sri Vadi Degree and PG College, Anantapuramu, Andhra Pradesh. Let me now invite our principal, Srimati Y. Usharani Madam, to give few words about our college. Welcome you, ma'am.
Ma'am, unmute.
Madam, unmute.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes ma'am.
Hello everyone. First, let me thank our correspondent madam, Dr. Neelam Narayanamma, for giving permission to conduct this webinar. And next, let me thank Dr. Subhashini, the resource person of today's webinar, and also Sandana Krishnan and Manikandan for their technical support. Now about our college. Srivani Degree and PG College was started by Srivani Educational Society in the year 1997 in Anantapuram, the state of Andhra Pradesh. That is, it is 2 years away from its Silver Jubilee celebrations. Our correspondent, Dr. Neelam Narayanamma, gynecologist by profession, first lady doctor in Anantapur. She is reckoned for her selfless service to the society and also for her ambitious, bright, dynamic nature. Srivani Educational Society institutions are named to be the best colleges affiliated to Sri Krishnadevaraya University for their quality of education and excellent infrastructure, well-experienced faculty. Most of our students hail from rural areas. As our educational society is service-oriented, the students are provided with free communication and soft skill training classes and career development programs to enrich the students with the need of the hour. Coming to the Department of Physics, started in the year 2000, I proudly boast that the pass percentage of the students is above 95% every year, and the labs are very well equipped, and I also proudly state that the efforts put up by C. Kiran Kumar, HOD of Physics Department, to enrich the department is very much appreciable. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Some instruction to the participants. During the session, participants are requested to switch off the audio and video. Please avoid unnecessary chatting or testing during the live session. If you have any queries, time is allocated at the end of the session for clarification. Now, let me introduce you our resource person of today's session, Dr. J. Subhashini. Dr. J. Subhashini, her qualification is MA, MSc, MPhil and PhD. She received her MSc, MPhil and PhD degrees from Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu. She obtained her undergraduate degree from Madras University, MA degree from Pondicherry Central University. Her field of research is mainly focused on spectroscopic scholarly interest range widely from scanning electron microscope with energy dispersive spectrum, Fourier transforms, infrared spectroscopy, atomic emission spectroscopy, and also environmental studies. She has more than 1 decade of experience in teaching at UG and PG level in both engineering as well as science colleges. She published and presented her papers in many national and international journals and conferences. She has conducted many conferences and seminars. As Assistant Professor of Physics, Department of Science and Humanities.
Yeah, Kiran, I'm not audible your voice. Please unmute.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, audible. Yeah, Subhashini ma'am, please.
Hello?
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, now only ma'am. Please start.
Happy morning. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today's webinar. At this juncture, it's my duty to grateful to Dr. N. Narayanamma, correspondent, Srimati Y. Usharani ma'am, principal, Srivani Degree P and PG College, Anandapuramu, for giving me this opportunity to deliver a webinar. Also extended my sincere thanks to beloved friend C. Kiran Kumar for his support and encouragement. Thanks again for joining us today. Today I am presented about webinar on National Webinar on Fundamental Concepts of Thermodynamics in Physics. Thermodynamic from Greek word. Thermo means heat. Dynamic means movement. Thermodynamics deals with the stability of system. It tells us what should happen. It will actually happen. It's not in the domain of the thermodynamics, and deals with the heat and work and those properties of matter that release to heat and work. The science of energy that concerned with ways in which energy is stored with your body. Energy can be viewed as the ability to cause the changes. Environmental transformations mostly involve the work and heat the movements. Thermodynamics is a branch of science which deals with the relations among the heat energy and work done by the heat energy. During our section, we will study about the fundamental concepts of thermodynamics and its laws. Get started. To understand the various concepts of thermodynamics, some important terms related to thermodynamics we had to understand. The first one is the temperature, internal energy, then work, and then heat. Temperature, physical properties of matter that quantitatively express hot and cold. Manifestation of the thermal energy. So thermal energy in the thermodynamics, usually we are using Kelvin, the scale. Then internal energy in the total in the thermodynamics, internal energy of the system is energy constant within the systems. It contained within the system, that is known as the internal energy. Then work performed by the system is the energy transformed by the system to its surroundings. Kinetic energy, potential energy, internal energy are forms of the system that are properties of system. Work is the form of energy, but it is the energy in transit. System contains no work. Work is a process done by or on a system. Then heat energy is transformed between the substances or a system due to the temperature difference between them. According to the energy education, as a form of heat, heat is conserved. It cannot be created or not destroyed. This is some started with some. Then the terms used in the thermodynamics to study of the thermodynamics involves system and surroundings, where all the experiment is done for the discovery of the device. First one is the system. It's a region where we focus our attention. A quantity of fixed mass under investigation. A quality of matter or a region in space chosen for studies. Then surroundings is the rest of the universe, everything external to the system. Mass or region outside the systems. Then system boundary. It's a real or imaginary surface interface separating system and surroundings. This is we known as a boundary. So this is system, surroundings, and boundary. These are the three main concepts. On the open system, we can see about the energy and matter will transfer into the surroundings, and also it allows to from the environment to that system. This is the open system. The matter and the energy can enter into the system. So matter means we can say that volume or water. If you taken the example for open system, I will explain it clearly. Take a boiler. The inside the boiler, you add some water. That is the volume in it. So the heat energy is supplied to the system. So if the boiler, the water will be getting heated. Then the molecules will get in, the vapor molecules at certain temperature. The vapor molecule will come out from the heater. It will be goes out from the boiler. That is known as the matter and the energy will leave the system. So this is the best example for the open system. Next one is the closed system. For closed system, exchange only energy with its surroundings, not a matter. The exchange only that energy means if you take a metal box, metal cubic, you will heat that metal cube. So the energy will be coming out from that metal box. The heat start heated at a certain temperature, the metal start to radiate the temperature. It start to radiation the temperature. So the heat energy will come out from that metal. So we can choose the closed system means the matter will not enter. Here we are not adding that water or any material, the volume, mass, anything we didn't add. But that only that energy will be given to the system. Similarly, the energy will come out from the system. This is the closed system. Then we come to the next one, isolated system. The isolated system, here the neither mass nor energy can boundary this system. Here neither mass, it's a best example for the isolated system is our tea flask. The flask, if you add some water or the hot drink into the flask, it will not allow the transfer, it will not, that mass will allow to the system. It will not share that heat energy into the system. So it shares only that name itself it's isolated. That is the isolated system. The example is the flask. Then to impact an interaction between the system and its surroundings. Heat can cross into the system and work can cross out the system. Some of the properties of the system components depends on the size of the system, that is the volume, area, number of molecules, mass, internal energy and enthalpy, etc. Then the classical versus statistical substances. It's a substance, it's very important about the thermodynamics. Substances consist of a large number of particles called molecules. Okay, substances consist of a large number of particles called molecules. Thus, the properties of the substances naturally depend on the behavior of this particle. For example, the pressure of the gas in a container is a result of a momentum transfer between the molecules and the walls of the container. But one does not need to know the behavior of the gas particle to determine the pressure in the container. If you want to sufficient to attach a pressure gauge to the container, if you want to determine the pressure of the container, means you have to attach to some pressure gauge on the container. This macroscopic approach to the study of thermodynamics, which does not record knowledge the behavior of the individual particle, is called classical thermodynamics. It provides a direct and easy way to the solution of the problems. A more elaborate approach based on the average behavior of a large group of individual particles is called statistical thermodynamics. Then we come to the properties of a system, considered to be either intensive or extensive. Intensive properties are those that are independent of the size of the system. It's independent the size or volume of the system, such as the temperature, pressure, and density. Then extensive properties are those whose values depend on the size or extent of the system, the mass, volume, total energy, and some examples of the extensive systems. Then the extensive properties per unit mass is called specific properties. This is the specific properties of the system. That another one. Some specific properties of the volume is V by M, the specific total energy, the internal energy U by V, Vm. This is the some specific properties of the system. Then consider state, equilibrium, and process. Consider a system that is not undergoing any change. At this point, all the properties can be measured or calculated throughout the entire system, which gives us the set of properties that completely describe the condition or state of the system. At a given state, all the properties of the system have fixed values. At the value, even one property changes, the state will change to different one. Thermodynamics deals with the equilibrium states. The word equilibrium implies a state of balance. In an equilibrium state, there are no unbalanced potential within the system. A system that is an equilibrium process, no change when isolated from its surroundings. There are many types of equilibriums, and a system is not a thermodynamic equilibrium unless the condition of all the relevant types of equilibrium are satisfied. The system in the thermal equilibrium, if the temperature is the same throughout the entire system, then the mechanical equilibrium is related to pressure, and a system is mechanical equilibrium if there is no change in the pressure at any point of the system with the time. Finally, a system is chemical equilibrium if its chemical composition does not change with the time. That is, no chemical reaction occurs. The next one is the process. The process, a path indicates the serious equilibrium states through which the system passes through during the process, and its significance for quasi-equilibrium process only. Then the prefix iso is often used to designate a process for which a particular property remains constant. The next process, isothermal process, is a process during which the temperature remains constant. The next one is the isobaric process, the process during which the pressure P remains constant. This is the next slide, sir, please. The next one. An isobaric process is a process during which the pressure remains constant, then specific volume remains constant. That isobaric means a system is said to have undergo a cycle if it returns to its initial state at the end of the process. That is for the cycle, the initial and the final state of identical. Then adiabatic process. In the adiabatic process, no heat is added or removed from the system or removed into the system. That process is known as the adiabatic process. Then the next slide. In general, change where the system is always in thermal equilibrium, reversible process. Change where system is not always in thermal equilibrium, that is the irreversible process. Then we should know about the enthalpy. Enthalpy changes. Enthalpy and enthalpy changes. Enthalpy is the amount of heat stored in the system under particular condition and is termed as a heat content of the system. The heat content of the system means that the difference between the different state of the system can have the different state energy. That is known as, we can calculate the enthalpy changes. If you taken the H system plus E plus PV is the constant. This is the usually we are indicating that system for enthalpy calculation, H equal to E plus PV. Between the enthalpy changes between the two systems, we can using that formula for changes that separation and the difference between, calculate the difference between the enthalpy. The next one is the entropy. Entropy is a measure of disorder or randomness of a system. The higher the entropy of the system, the more disorder is set up. The entropy of a system can decrease, but in order for this happen, the entropy or disorder of the surroundings must increase to greater extent, so that the total entropy of the universe always increases. There is a greater differences between energy and the availability of energy. There is a greater difference between the energy and then availability of energy. The availability of energy is always decreasing. This is what is called the entropy law, which says the entropy is always increasing. Then the next one is internal energy. In thermodynamics, the internal energy of a system is the energy contained within the system. Within the system means if you the temperature, any molecule, it possesses its rotational, vibrational, any changes. The internal, every molecule possesses its own energy. The sum of total number of the all energy is known as the internal energy. This is in thermodynamics and internal energy. It consists of all this. Here I am given the some properties definition and simple used in the SI units. The volume, we know everyone, we know that volume of the substance we can indicated by the capital V, and its unit is the meter cube. Similarly, the internal energy, so some of the all energy of that internal molecules that we can indicate that internal energy in thermodynamics is indicated by the U. It's the SI units of denoted by the joules. Then enthalpy, U plus PV. The symbol we using usually in thermodynamics, we are using enthalpy symbol as H. It's measured by the SI unit joules. Then entropy, the entropy is sum of the lack of the structure and the amount of disorder in this system. That is indicated by the letter S. That we are the SI unit of the entropy is joule per Kelvin, J by K. Then the laws of thermodynamics. There are the 4 laws of the thermodynamics. The first law defines about the temperature. The second law defines about the energy. The third law defines the entropy. Then the second law defines about the entropy. The third law provides the numerical value to the entropy. These are the 4 importance of the laws. Then we will discuss the laws one by one. Let me start about the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics is proposed by the Mayer and Helmholtz in 1840. It's from the applications of the conservation of law of conservation of energy. The Gibbs in 1873 stated that is every energy can be created, not any energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred to any process. first law of thermodynamics about the conservation of energy. The change in the internal energy of the closed thermodynamic system is equal to the sum of the amount of total energy supplied to or removal from the system and the work done on or by the system. The net change in the energy is equal to, actually this law is stated like this, the net change in the energy is equal to the heat that flows across the boundary minus the work done by the system, that is del U is equal to Q minus W, where Q here, Q is the heat and W is the work. Then some heat flowing into a system is converted into a work and therefore does not augmented in the internal energy. Need for the second law. The first law of thermodynamics tells us that during any process, energy must be conserved. However, first law tells us nothing about in which direction the process will proceed spontaneously. It would not contradict the first law if a book suddenly jumped off the table and maintained itself at some height above the table. It would not contradict, that oxygen, similarly the oxygen molecule in the air, it's a room, suddenly entered the gas cylinder and stayed at that bin while the way was open. So the second law, we need that second law. It's about the second law about the entropy. The second law in words, if you want to say that words in, however, experiments tells us that certain processes only run spontaneously in the one direction or the other. This allows us to deduce the second law. The first Kelvin formulation, the two scientists will propose this one, Kelvin and Clausius formation. For Kelvin formation, it is impossible to construct an engine that working is cycle shall produce no effect other than extraction of heat from a reservoir and a production of work, no cyclic process taken from the hot source to the cooled, converted the source completely into the work. Then the Clausius formulation, it is impossible to construct an engine that working in cycles shall produce no effect other than transfer of heat from a cooler to hotter body. So directionality from the second law. For any spontaneous irreversible process, enthalpy is always increasing. That is, ds is greater than dq by t. So the total entropy of any isolated thermodynamic system always increases over time. Approaching a maximum value of del S is greater than or equal to Q by T. So the second law mainly deals with the entropy, a property mostly fundamentally responsible for a behavior of matter. Also states universe because more disorder in the matter. Then the second law of the thermodynamics asserts that ever has quality as well as the quantity, and the actual process occurs in the direct of decreasing quality of energy. That is, for example, cooling a cup of coffee in a irreversible process. This is all about the second law, and then first law under the consideration of the first law and then second law. Then go to the third law. The third law deals with the determination of entropy. The third law development by the scientist Walter Nernst during the year 1906. It is often referred as Nernst theorem or Nernst postulates. Nernst proposed that the entropy of a system at absolute zero would be well-defined constant. He proposed that the entropy of a system at absolute zero would be well-defined constant. Instead of being zero, entropy at absolute zero could be non-zero constant due to the fact that the system may have degeneracy. In simple terms, the third law states that the entropy of a perfect crystal approaches zero as the absolute temperature approaches zero. The law provides an absolute reference point for the determination of entropy. The Nernst statement of a third law of thermodynamics implies that it's not possible for a process of bring the enthalpy of a given system to zero in a finite number of operations. At temperature of 0 Kelvin, system does not contain energy heat. All the atoms and molecules in the system are at their lowest energy point. The third thermodynamics, sometimes stated as the entropy of a perfect crystalline at absolute zero is entropy is equal to the entropy is equal to the zero. There is no formulated associated with the third law of thermodynamics. Then we will see about the zeroth law of thermodynamics. This law is proposed by the R.H. Fowler. The law of R.H. Fowler, the scientist name. When two bodies have the quantity of the temperature within the third body, then they have the quality of the temperature. Two bodies have quality of the temperature within the third body, then they have quality of the temperature. If the two bodies are in thermal equilibrium with the third body, there are also in the thermal equilibrium with each other. When your body A is thermal equilibrium with the body, and also
ma'am unmute பண்ணிக்கங்க சுபாஷினி ma'am, sorry for the inconvenience, நீங்க unmute பண்ணிக்கங்க please. Okay, carry on.
when the body A is thermal equilibrium with body B and also separately with the body C, then B and C will be thermal equilibrium with each other. This is known as the zeroth law of thermodynamics. It is the basic temperature.
Please unmute ma'am, உங்களுக்கு மியூட் ஆயிடுச்சு பாருங்க. ஹலோ சுபாஷினி மேம்.
ஹலோ, அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கங்க, உங்க வீடியோ விசிபிலிட்டி போயிடுச்சு.
மேடம் சுபாஷினி மேடம்.
Okay, sir, is it audible now?
Yeah, yes ma'am.
Sir, we will go to the application, sir.
Yes ma'am. Hello, Subhashi ma'am. Your participants, please, once the meeting ends means, please click that same link once again.
Hello.
Yeah, yes ma'am, audible, please. We are waiting.
Okay.
You continue ma'am.
Applications of thermodynamics. All type of vehicles that we used, cars, motorcycle, trucks, ships, aeroplanes, and many other types of work on the basis of second law of thermodynamics. And the Carnot cycle, and they may be that used saying petrol engine or diesel engine, but the law remains the same. All the refrigerator, deep freezers, industrial refrigeration systems, all types of air conditioning systems, heat pump, etc. Work on the basis of the second law of thermodynamics. All type of the third one, all type of air and gas compressors, bowlers, fan, run in various thermodynamic cycles. One of the important field of thermodynamics is the heat transfer, which relates to the transfer of heat between two media. There are three modes of heat transfer: the conduction, convection, and the radiation. The concept of heat transfer is used in wide range of devices like heat exchangers, evaporators, condensers, radiators, cooler, heaters, etc. Then thermodynamics also involves study of various types of power plants, like thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, hydroelectric power plant, power based on the renewable energy sources like solar, wind, geothermal, tides, water, waves, etc. Then the last one, renewable energy, is an important sufficient area of thermodynamics that involves studying the feasibility of using the different types of renewable energy sources for domestic and commercial use. The list of applications, thermodynamics is very long, and if you want to mention the individual applications, they cannot be infinite. Thermodynamics involves the study of infinite universe and is indeed has infinite applications. No other field of study is so closely associated with the human lives as thermodynamics. For me, the study of thermodynamics is the path of salvation. So well, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you for your excellent
is there
presentation.
is there any other question, sir?
Yes, ma'am. One more question in chat
Vandana,
box.
sir.
Yeah, one more question
Yes,
in
sir.
chat box, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Ask me, please, sir.
Yeah, just a minute, man. I read out the question in the